It is time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Thursday afternoon, January 28th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have 12 noon news headlines here. Our top story at 12 noon here is the World Health Organization on Thursday called an emergency committee on the Zika virus, which is spreading explosively and is suspected of causing birth defects. Donald Trump makes a new attack on Fox host Megyn Kelly asks. Burns, Oregon. The Armed Occupation of Oregon and wildlife refugees drilling and its officials arrested additional people involved, continuing Thursday to blockade the facility. The crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger STS-51L mission, which ended in tragedy 73 seconds after launch on January 28, 1986, killed 7 astronauts 30 years ago. Former Providence Mayor Vincent Buddy Cianci dies at the age of 74. Ethan Katz, the influenza teen who fled to the country in December after missing a probation appointment, is set to return to Fort Worth this morning from Mexico. Stockholm Interior Minister Anders Yegman said Sweden could deport between 60,000 and 80,000 asylum seekers in coming years, as Yegman told newspaper Dagens Industry that since about 45% of asylum applications are currently rejected. London, at least 24 people drowned and 11 others were missing after a boat Iraqi Kurd sank off the Greek island Samos in the Aegean Sea, close to the Turkish coast of Portuguese said on Thursday. Iran ordered more than 100 Airbus Group C jetliners, including 12 A380 Super Jumbos, and secured an accord with the PSA Peugeot Citroën for the modernization of a Tehran car plant and the President Hassan Rouhani's post-sanctions European shopping trip. Disneyland Paris guards stopped the gunman carrying 2 weapons and a copy of the Quran inside the Parks Hotel, local media reported. London, American Airlines plane flying from London to Los Angeles returned to London after suspected airborne illness hitting several people on board. Tokyo, Akira Amane, Japan's economic minister, was led an ambitious program to revitalize the country's economy, resigned Thursday over corruption scandal. Taipei, Taiwan. Taiwan's outgoing president touched off objections Thursday that he visited the disputed island in the South China Sea. And in London, children in refugee camps in the conflict zones will be given sanctuary in Britain, the government announced. Washington. Migrant children in the government's care were placed in the U.S. homes and left vulnerable to human trafficking due to sometimes non-existent screening by the Department of Health and Human Services, according to a congressional report. Lancet, Michigan, the lettuce and Flint's watercresses, as Michigan Senate unanimously approved $28 million in additional funding to address the leading of the Flint watercresses. A new report alleges that the Wounded War Project used only 60% of the operational budget for veteran services while spending excessively on parties, fundraising, and employee accommodations. An aggressive legal strategy pursued by U.S. women's health care provider Planned Parenthood may have been critical in turning the tables on opponents who are seeking and prosecuted for Texas for allegedly profiting for sales of aborted. St. Petersburg, Russia. Dubai, Russia said on Thursday the outbreak slug just produced in Saudi Arabia has proposed oil production cuts up to 5% on what is be the first global deal in over a decade to help clear the gut of crude up sinking. Application unemployment benefits in the U.S. declined last week from a 6-month high, indicating farmers remain low, falling in volatility typical associated with the post-holiday staff adjustments. The number of people signing contracts to purchase homes managed to inch up last month, thanks to unseasonably warm weather in the Northeast. That all extended in its longest losing streak in 4 months, against the year after a report that showed U.S. durable goods orders slipped in December, in evidence of cool economic growth. In Chesapeake, Virginia, police in Chesapeake, Virginia found 6 bodies after an unarmed set up in a man who would barricade himself in the home, 5 victims as a suspect. West Texas federal authorities warned Texas communities of a risk of explosion like the one occurred at a fertilizer plant in West that killed 15 people. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Lockheed Martin and Advanced Electronic Company Snapper Advanced targeted upon support center begin operations in Saudi Arabia. Helsinki, Finland. Finland's Patriot Defense Company has announced a contract from the United Arab Emirates for its AMV 8x8 armored vehicles. Looking at the stock market report today, down 10.24 points at 5934.22. SP 5 up 1.65, up 1884.16. And Nasdaq 17.12, up 4,045.28. The Spammer point needs a kick and export as a college football season may be over in the U.S., but it has stopped ancient creature from making a very impressive touchdown to Oregon State University in Corvallis. Astronomers have discovered that the huge planet in the star 104 light years from the Mercury, its largest solar system ever seen as a planet. The two mass J2126 8140 and its red dwarf star, full 7,000 astronomical units, apart of 200 miles. The world's politicians are harshly criticized by the bolted atomic scientists. Security board witches should have updated the famous doomsday clock. It's possible that excessive and appropriate prudent and neural connections could lead to the development of schizophrenia. A new study reinforcing the link between tenant-beds and melanoma. One of the social groups are at serious risk of cold widow bugs can really increase the temptation of opting in tenant bed for a few hours, but the recent study reaffirms. Greenbrier, Tennessee, douche-on a mixture of Mountain Dew and methanol-based racing fuel is the likely cause of the recent deaths of 2 Tennessee teens, a poison control official said on Wednesday. Can a small trickle jolt the brain while patients sleep offers significant relief from the debilitating effects of post-traumatic stress disorder. Peter Channel News Time is now 12:06 p.m. here on this Thursday afternoon. It's time now for sports reported tonight. The Norton Lancers hockey team will be down in Fall River taking on the Durfee Hilltoppers. Game times 5 o'clock down in Fall River. Here, Washington Capitals winger Alex Ovechkin and Chicago Blackhawks center Jonathan Terzat, two of the biggest stars in the NHL, were selected to play the 2016 All-Star game in Nashville this weekend. Melbourne, Australia. The Happy Slam Gathers Thomas star winner of the Max Fitch and tennis official did not open the day to play at the Australian Open. And in Los Angeles, a government body that oversees Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum will consider proposal to allow 2 NFL teams to temporarily share the historic stadium with the USC Trojans. Peter Channel News Time, 12:06 p.m. on this Thursday afternoon. Time now for a Trevor report here. Looking at the state of it now. 130 on the westbound side. A little slow for the Newport Bridge here. Cape and Highlands. Cape Highways are looking good. Route 6 is looking good from Sagamore to Orleans. Trade's looking good from Bourne to Falmouth here. Mass back on the westbound side did it so for Route 9 Freeman to Route 495 in Westbury here. 120 southbound side so the mass back in Western all the way to Route 9 in Wellesley here. Mass back in the eastbound side it did so through the Newton corner after Route 128 here. I-91 on the northbound side it did so from Agmar running to 291 in Springfield here. 91 on the northbound side here is slow around East Hartford section here before Route 84 here. Highways in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are looking good here. I-87 is looking good from New York City all the way up to Albany via the freeway, and the freeway is looking good from Albany to Buffalo here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here at 12:07 p.m. here. Subway system is looking good here. Commuter rail looking good, and on the ferries they are looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 12:08 p.m. here on this Thursday afternoon, and it is like a spring preview here on this Thursday afternoon here, and it's clear blue skies, sunny day, and a taste of March on this 28th of January of 2016 here. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, sun's got about 400 degrees, up at about 3 to 6 miles an hour. For tonight, increased clouds about 28 degrees, calm wind. Friday, clouds about 39 degrees, calm wind becoming the northwest wind 6 miles in the afternoon. Friday night, most clouds becoming most clouds about 25 degrees, northwest at about 6 to 11 miles an hour. For Saturday, most clouds about 39 degrees, west about 6 to 10 miles coming 7 in the afternoon. Saturday night, most clouds about 29 degrees. Sunday, parts of the most clouds about 49 to about 35 degrees. Monday, most clouds about 51 degrees. Monday night, chance of showers before 9 p.m. Most clouds about 36 degrees. Chance of 30%. Tuesday, parts of about 50 degrees. Tuesday, chance of rain. Most clouds about 37 degrees. Chance of 50%. And for Wednesday, chance of rain. Clouds about 52 degrees. Chance of 50%. Currently here, not near. It is currently at noontime, clear skies and 41 degrees. And humidity 41%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel News Report here on this January 28th, 2016. Thursday, Peter's here. Good afternoon and good Friday till 3 o'clock.